election shocker yesterday. Veteran Democratic New York Congressman Joe Crowley losing his primary in the biggest upset of last night's election. Former presidential candidate Mitt Romney was also victorious as Trump-backed candidates in Staten Island and South Carolina. Joining us right now to break it all down is Mark Penn, former Clinton advisor, Stagwell Group president and author of the book Microtrends Squared. Also joining us is Marc Lotter, former press secretary to Vice President Mike Pence, as well as a former special assistant to President Trump. Great to see you both. Thank you so much for joining us. Mark Penn, let me kick it off with you. Biggest takeaway from last night?
Well, look, that was in the finest tradition of New York upset politics, which, as you know, is something that happens pretty frequently here in New York. I don't think it really makes an overall difference in national politics. I think this upset takes Crowley out of the leadership race, but after all, he had been with Pelosi for so long, he would not have really represented the change that the Democratic Party needs anyway. This was not like, say, the Marie Newman-Dan Lipinski race, where national politics really was in play and Lipinski had been a moderate. This was not. This was someone who was a liberal against somebody who was more over to the left in a changing district, and it was a great upset.
Yeah, but I mean, she's a 28-year-old activist. She was basically leading Bernie Sanders' campaign. She's a socialist. And is this where the Democratic Party is going?
I just don't think that's where the Democratic Party is going. I think that's where that district is going. I think she's going to be a good activist representative for a district that needs help and needs a strong voice in Congress. And I think I'd look at that, and I think that the national implications are being overblown.
Marc Lotter, how do you see it?
I do think it has national implications, and it's just another sign of the Democratic Party being pulled further and further to the left and toward pure socialism. You see it with the outrageous comments and the resistance movement that's being led out by Maxine Waters and Nancy Pelosi and others. And now you see a longtime leader of the Democratic caucus being defeated by an open socialist who wants government-guaranteed jobs, socialized medicine, and abolishing our immigration and customs enforcement groups. So it's definitely a lurch to the left.
Do you think that this is going to happen more, this lurch to the left? Because I feel like in some, I know you said that, you know, this has national issues, but, you know, when you look at what's happened to the Democratic Party, it has been hijacked by the extreme left.
Oh, look,
would you disagree with that?
Hijacked is a little strong.
Okay.
I think that there's a fight within the Democratic Party. I think the Democratic Party has definitely moved to the left. I don't think the Democratic Party is becoming a socialist party by any means, and I think that you could have a very interesting leadership fight here, even if the Democrats win. If this is close, I think you'd see the moderate Democrats really assert themselves in the leadership fight here. I don't think Pelosi getting reelected, if the Democrats do win, is a sure thing.
So you don't think it's a sure thing? You think that the party will, if they win the House, the party will push somebody else to
I
set
think
up
this fight is going to play itself
as
out.
House Speaker?
I absolutely do.
Marc Lotter, the president congratulated Mitt Romney, who has been obviously a Trump critic in the past. Here's what he said. Big and conclusive win by Mitt Romney. Congratulations. I look forward to working together. There is so much good to do. A great and loving family will be coming to D.C. Your thoughts there, Marc Lotter. Will these two be able to work together in a meaningful way?
I think they will. They started to repair any kind of relationship damage back during the transition. Remember the dinner when he was being mentioned as a potential Secretary of State before the president took office. And I think you've seen basically trying to mend that relationship. But it was a great night for Mitt Romney. It was a great night for Governor McMaster down in South Carolina. Big wins, and both things that the president and the vice president were very strong in support of.
So it was a positive night for President Trump then?
Absolutely. I think you got the candidates across the line for the primaries that we needed, sets us up well. And then going back to our earlier discussion, I think that what we see with the left movement of the Democratic Party, it's going to just continue to play well, especially in the Midwest in those targeted Senate seats.
Well, look, I think that the big thing in the Republican Party is, can they get together and decide on what they're doing? They don't have in the House a leadership right now. They have a leader who's quit, and therefore they're going to an election in a leaderless way. I think Romney, one day he says, I'm with Trump. The next day he says, I'm going to be a strong voice against Trump. So I think the biggest problem in the Republican Party is not whether they're moving left, right, or center. It's whether they can agree on anything.
Do you think that the public is blaming the left, though, for some of these outbursts? You look what happened to Sarah Sanders getting kicked out of a restaurant, Maxine Waters trying to rile everybody up, to attack anybody who supports Donald Trump. Will voters hold Democrats accountable for that?
Well, look, I think overall voters will hold both extremes accountable for politics having gotten as uncivil as it's become. And I think, though, that you see most Americans, and we're just coming out of the field with a Harvard-Harris poll, 72% say that things like that happened to Sarah Huckabee should not occur in America. They're against it. There's, I think, almost about 3/4 of the country that opposes anything like this. And I think this is a moment where I think hopefully the country will take a reckoning here and say, you know what, our politics has gotten too much dominated by extremists, and bring it back to a civil discourse.
Well, part of it is you got this Hollywood out, like a Robert De Niro coming out with these crazy comments all the time, really looking like he's sick.
I think that's wrong. I think Hollywood really has gone over the top.
Yeah.